TikTok has no lack of people projecting their extremely questionable beliefs and actions, and today's video is no exception because recently, a couple went viral for officially giving up wearing shoes in the winter of Ohio.
We are no longer going to wear shoes even when we're outside. I think there are so many benefits of going barefoot outside, and we want to take advantage to each and every one of these. Of course, there's going to be people that think it's kind of crazy and look at us weird, but the benefits are totally worth it.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Please tell me why it's beneficial to walk barefoot in what it looks to be an Urban Outfitters.
One thing it definitely does is it grounds us. We feel connected to nature. Going barefoot can actually help you gain a greater appreciation for the natural world. And we've definitely noticed that even in the short time we've done it.
You're not in nature. You're on a concrete floor in some Urban Outfitters. There's nothing natural about concrete.
This year I really wanted to start getting into yoga, and this is actually a form of foot yoga. The resistance and inconsistency nature offers integrates reflexes in the foot and forms strong arches, which is really important to us.
What are you talking about? You're walking around on concrete floors. The only consistencies on those floors are whatever people have dropped on them. I mean, this video would make so much more sense if they were on the beach or on a clay pathway, or at least in nature. Because let's be real, there is nothing natural about the inside of a Sephora.
We both noticed that our posture has improved and our stress has reduced. I know you're probably thinking that's gross, we're gonna get sick from doing this, but barefoot walking can actually have many positive effects on your immune system. It can help reduce white blood cells and help fight off sicknesses while building a stronger immunity. It also naturally helps with copper and iron levels. We like to think of it like a cold plunge for our feet, especially where we are in the winter. It's super cold here and there's a lot of snow, but there's plenty of places like this fireplace to warm up when we need to. We know this is definitely common in Ohio, but let us know if this is something you do too.
Did she actually just say that is common in Ohio? Damn, that vinyl chloride spill must have been way worse than we originally thought. So if you're from Ohio, chime in here. I want to know if this is normal because I don't know a single person who raw dogs the winter ground like that. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand the point of barefoot shoes or even being barefoot on the beach or on a clay path, because what they're doing is called grounding, and there is actually a decent amount of research supporting the benefits of grounding, as there's a lot of proof showing it helps reduce inflammation. But you should be doing this in nature, not on the floor of a Sephora, because this is just so weird and I guess interesting to the point where I'd almost think it's engagement bait. But if it is all, I guess, engagement bait, they're extremely dedicated to this bit, because just like so many of my other videos, it's all downhill from here.
My husband and I have made the decision to walk barefoot indoors and outdoors. And since we've made that decision, we've gotten a lot of questions about it. A lot of people are worried about how dirty our feet are getting and if we're going to catch diseases from doing this. But we take sanitation of our feet very seriously.
Come on, why are you touching the door handle with your nasty feet that people have to grab after just showing you walking through the nasty parking lot?
And one thing that we do to ensure our feet are clean is we get pedicures every so often. Before the pedicure, we start with the massage chairs. As we're still starting this journey, our legs and feet can still get sore. You guys have to understand we're still new to this, so if you see us wearing shoes sometimes, it's because our feet are still getting used to it, and so are we.
Getting a regular pedicure doesn't give you the pass to open public doors with your feet. The logic just is not logicking here. But I'm also happy to be covering something that is way lighter on the scale in comparison to some of our recent videos, because what they're doing is nasty. But it's not like dumping a bucket of unknown slop on a random person or harassing people for live stream views.
Also in Ohio, where it is freezing cold, so our feet definitely have to build up an immunity to the cold before we can completely be used to it. We always use pedicures that help with sanitization and achy muscles. We actually get sick less now that we walk barefoot. Our immunity has skyrocketed and we're so thankful that we made this decision. Although it's a hard decision and yeah, we're not perfect at it yet, we are still working on it. You guys have to understand that the advantages of walking barefoot definitely outweigh all of the bad things. It's definitely something that takes a lot of practice, but we've learned that you will definitely love it once you start doing it. And don't judge others for something that you don't understand yet.
How long have they actually been doing this to be able to make statements like, we've been getting sick way less? Because I feel like to get good data on that, you would need to be doing it for at least a year. But they did start running into some problems because, as most of you guys know, businesses don't want people barefoot in their stores.
We literally just got kicked out of the mall by mall security. Like, I literally mean escorted out of the mall by the security guard and told that we can't come back. We didn't have the kids with us, it was just us, and we're walking around the mall and we walk out of one of the stores and all of a sudden the security guard just comes up to us and he's like, "Excuse me," and I didn't think he was talking to us because I'm like, why would he be talking to us? We're not doing anything wrong. But I turned my head and there was no one else around, so I'm like, "Yes?" Tells us, "You guys can't be in here like that," and we look at each other and we're like what? And so he goes on, long story short, to explain to us that we can't be in the mall because we're not wearing shoes. Both of us almost started laughing because we're like, what would this even have to do with us being at the mall? Started to get kind of rude to us, so we went on to explain all of the benefits of not wearing shoes. Which this is like common knowledge, like especially in Ohio, like a lot of people don't wear shoes for the benefits of it. And I could go on for like a while about this, but we literally made a whole video about all of the benefits. For those of you that don't know, go watch that. But literally this guy proceeded to tell us that we're wrong and that we need to leave the mall and that we're not welcome back, even if we do put on shoes. I'm literally in shock right now. Like I don't know what to do or think at this point, but I feel like a lot of these stores and places like the mall need to update their policies because there's so many scientific facts backing up not wearing shoes, and their policies still don't reflect that, and then we're getting discriminated against for literally trying to better our health. Like, make it make sense.
You're not getting discriminated against. Businesses don't want people barefoot in their stores. Wear shoes when you're inside a store, and then you can walk barefoot everywhere else. Or you can just get barefoot shoes for when you're in the stores, which gives you the exact same benefits when you're on a concrete floor, with the addition of your feet actually being protected. I feel like some people just have to make up problems to keep things interesting because things are just so great, and this is definitely giving the vibe of that. But apparently they are not finished with this bit because now they're sneaking into Sephora.
We aren't allowed in Sephora, but we risked it all today because I needed to get something. It's kind of a long story, but if you didn't see our other video, I got kicked out of Sephora because I wasn't wearing shoes.
This woman is literally wearing shoes right now.
Yeah, I was barefoot in Sephora, and they said I can never come back. I'm not joking, here's the clip. But there's something I absolutely needed, so I was willing to risk it. We scoped out the entire store and then ran in. We're going on a trip to LA, and I desperately needed a Sol de Janeiro travel set.
Again, they are wearing shoes, but barrel rolling around. I don't think store employees get paid enough to deal with influencers.
I figured this was worth the risk. After we got what we needed, we crouched down and tried to make our way to the checkout. This is where things got really tricky because I didn't want the worker to know it was me checking out. So I crouched down the entire time. Honestly, I don't think she realized it was me and she really wasn't suspicious.
I could only pray this is a bit. This has to be a bit. There's no way this is not a bit because this is probably one of the dumbest TikToks I've seen in my life. I can only imagine what the store employees was thinking of them recording that video.
We tried to do this as quick as we possibly could. While I was checking out, Seth was on lookout. We were so close to freedom, I just needed to grab the bag. I was ready to give up and then I got it. After we got the bag, we made a run for it. I think this is the fastest I have ever ran in my entire life. I ran out the front door and we went to our getaway car and we made it.
Ohio's very own Barefoot Bandits escaping to their barefoot mobile, wearing shoes. But then apparently they doubled down and they got this.
I now fully regret the tattoo that I got yesterday. So long story short, me and my husband decided to start walking barefoot indoors, outdoors, everywhere we go. I'm not joking. I mean everywhere, like Urban Outfitters, Sephora. This was a huge decision to us and it means a lot to us. Walking barefoot exposes us to heavy metals such as arsenic, cadmium, and lead. It exposes us to a healthy level of contaminants and allows us to build immunity. I am so beyond thankful for this, so I wanted to get a tattoo to remember it. I wanted to remember why I started walking barefoot and stay motivated to keep walking barefoot. As you can see from this video, my posture is phenomenal. It has increased so much from walking barefoot. When we got to the shop, they had us write down what we wanted. So I wrote Barefoot Queen down on a notepad. I initialed it, said it looked great. Seth has even won a national spelling bee and he didn't notice anything wrong with it. He put the stencil on, I checked it in the mirror and I was like, yes, everything looks great. Let's start. So we started literally doing the tattoo on me and it took me until I posted a TikTok to realize that I spelled barefoot wrong. I'm so embarrassed that we spelled barefoot wrong because barefoot walking is so common in Ohio. I was so excited when I got this tattoo and now I'm sad, so I don't know what I should do. Do I keep the tattoo or do I get it covered, and what would I possibly cover it with? Please give me any advice you have and let me know what I should do at this point.
Please be a fake tattoo. Can this please be a troll? I want this to just be good satire for engagement, but I also have this like gut feeling that just something seems off because they're like so committed to this bit that it also kind of seems genuine. And one of the reasons I say this is because they just destroyed $20,000 of shoes to commit to this bit further.
My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes. We decided to start walking barefoot and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else. This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000. But this is a sacrifice we're willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us. The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless, and now our shoes are worth more than money could ever be. So today we got to work and started removing the bottoms. We weren't sure if this was going to be easy or hard, and it ended up being pretty easy. We made little shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold on to the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is.
Okay. So if they're trolling, this is honestly a hilarious bit. But again, it's so much so that it kind of seems genuine. And if they're genuine, I think they're just extremely disconnected. But I went further through their account to try to figure out if they lie for content or if they're just very disconnected from reality. And this video made me even more confused.
Our trip to the nail salon today cost $7,500. It sounds crazy, but it was totally worth it, and you'll see why. My nails desperately needed to get done. Whenever I go to the nail salon, we always test the design on Seth first. That way I can make sure I love it, and then we can do it on me. So the rough draft on him took about an hour. Afterwards, I knew I was gonna love it, so we started on mine. And don't worry, you guys, he's allowed to take it off right after. He is seriously the best, and I have no idea what this is on my finger, but please ignore it. She's gonna take care of it. My inspo for these nails today is the Coquette aesthetic. I've been absolutely loving it, and I want to incorporate bows on everything I do. So you're probably wondering how these could possibly cost $7,500. Well, not only did she handcraft the bows, she sealed them with a VVS diamond. The fact that I can reuse these diamonds next time I get my nails done as long as I don't lose them made me justify the price. Plus, these aren't just any diamonds. These are the highest quality diamonds from our friend's jewelry store in Miami. We knew these would be the perfect touch for my nails. Plus, I forgot to mention, you guys, these are my real nails. I didn't even get acrylics. My nails are so long. The finished product literally blew me away, you guys. Look how they turned out. They turned out absolutely perfect. I am obsessed. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think they were worth the price? I do.
I hope for their sake they're just lying for content, or else they just got scammed so hard. Those diamonds, even if they were VVS, they were maybe like, what, half a carat? And that's being generous because they looked smaller than that. And from what I saw, this is what VVS 1 diamonds would cost at that carat size. So maybe she spent like $2,000 in diamonds if she was heavily taxed, which leaves like $5,000 for the nails, which I refuse to believe. Unless in the $7,500 nail cost, they included their flights and hotels to Miami, or their Miami friend isn't their friend and just gave them the special price of 10 times the market value. Who knows? But either way, don't believe everything you see on social media because clearly it doesn't always add up. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.